Hello, everyone. Hopefully you still hear me. StreamYard is showing 0 in the chat, but I see people in the chat. Anyway, welcome to Talk Tuesday on VS Speaks Royally. I hope you all are well and having such a good day here, there, and everywhere. And the last one that I see, hey, Nora, Stock Explorer. So I'm going to get right on into it. I'm not going to hold up everybody. You know how it is. Okay, so I did see a 1, so that just lets me know that you can hear. Hey, one busy mama. All right. Let me get back over here. Disclaimer, copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Well, this week started out like no other. We weren't expecting this, I don't believe. So, oh, the tangled webs, I tell you. I don't know why the media continues to want to mess with Harry. I really don't. It's kind of odd. So, anyway, here we are. I'm going to do a little flashback and then get right up to where we are here in 2023. So, back in December 2021, a certain tabloid that is pictured had, wanted to do a little pettiness and want to jab a little bit of Meghan. So here they're talking, and it says Stephen Glover, if Meghan Markle really wanted to fight for the truth, she would come to court. And in the land of liberty, judges who are not, I guess it's owned by royalty or awed, that's what it's saying. Judges who are not awed by royalty and cherish a free press would allow a trial. You guys got what you asked for. Okay, because although that was December 2021, Harry kept mental note. Back in October 2022, we found out that I think it's Baroness Lawrence, Prince Harry, Elton John, what is her name? Why is it escaping me right now? There's another, Sadie Frost, and amongst a few others, were suing the publisher of the Daily Mail. Now, for them to say, if you want to fight for the truth, come to court. And so Harry did. Harry showed up. Nobody had a clue. There were no leaks to the UK royals as well as to the media. Because if the UK royals knew, it would have been leaked to the media, and then it would have been a whole shebang. So there was no coverage from what I'm seeing of this trial, well, the hearing that's taking place. It's a 4-day hearing. Everyone knew about it, but there was like a hush had fallen over the room. So, but Harry showed up as Harry would. And yeah, it has been just an exciting moment in time. So, in addition, and I was going to get to those pictures, but Sir Elton John showed up, and also Sadie Frost showed up. So, I think it's just fascinating when you ask for something. Be careful of what you put out into the universe, folks. Be careful, because someone just may take you up on that. Okay, so to give all those who may not be aware of the basis behind this, so in the legal action announced in October, law firm Hamlin's, which is representing Prince Harry and Frost, alleged that A&L, which is the what do you call it, the owner of Daily Mail, or the publisher of Daily Mail, had alleged these activities: the hiring of private investigators to secretly place listening devices inside people's cars and homes, the commissioning of individuals to surreptitiously listen into and record people's live private telephone calls whilst they were taking place, the payment of police officials with corrupt links to private investigators for inside sensitive information, the impersonation of individuals, let me just do this one thing, of individuals to obtain medical information from private hospitals, clinics, and treatment centers by deceptions, and the accessing of bank accounts, credit histories, and financial transactions through illicit means and manipulation. So that is what this case is about. The hearing that's taking place, that started yesterday, and it's for 4 days. A certain publication wants to have the names of journalists, etc., involved kept private, so they know the meaning of privacy. But for years, we've been hearing about how Meghan and Harry, they just want privacy. Why don't they just be quiet? They want privacy. Why don't they do this? But they want privacy. Okay. Mm-hmm. They tell on themselves. I tell you that all the time. So I saw this on Twitter, and I thought it was apropos because, yes, this is what Harry has basically said to them. Courage starts with showing up and letting ourselves be seen. Yesterday, there was hardly anyone outside the courthouse. By the time the hearing was over, it was like a sea of media. Now, the coverage has gone global, and that is in part with Harry being there. He is, quote, the face of this lawsuit, although there are many others involved, but we see what his name and person can garner as far as attention, although the media and the one that they're suing claims they're irrelevant. I should have hit trash time right off the gate, but y'all understand. Okay, so a little bit more history into this. So yesterday, gotta love Royal Suitor. Get your popcorn ready. The UK is waking up to the news that Prince Harry is in town. Monday, he'll join 6 other claimants for a 4-day hearing in their lawsuit against A&L, the publisher of Daily Mail. With King Charles' trip to France canceled, the action shifts to London. Yeah, but we've heard that, King C3 is busy, and so is his heir. Who cares? Harry wasn't trying to see them anyway. Woo! But here is the coverage. So AFP News Agency, Bloomberg, you had the PA, you had Action 6 ABC, which is, these are some of the, it's more like US as well as international. You had BBC Breaking News, CBS Evening News, which is here in the US, CNN, Reuters got in on it, Los Angeles Times, NPR. Bylines Investigates is covering this, so they usually will give us somewhat up-to-date information that may be happening even within the courtroom when they're able to, but I just love how Harry is just, So the publishers, they were giving us the information for publishers of the mail to be seeking to prevent the further airing of document at trial and for it to have obtained an order preventing the naming of its own journalists must accutate its embarrassment. So the paper has long associated itself with resistance to judicial secrecy, often asserting that the public's right to know is paramount. And that's how they felt even in Meghan's case. We want the name of those 5 friends that spoke to People magazine. We want this, we want that. They were trying everything because it's important for the public to know. But when it comes down to their side of things, we must hide this. Now, my understanding is that they, what was it? Oh, I'll get to it. I'm probably going to hit the thing in a little bit, but I just wanted to, again, Sir Elton was there. This is Sadie Frost. Now, for those who may not know the history or story behind Baroness Lawrence being part of this, her son, Stephen Lawrence, was deleted. I can't say the M word. YouTube is very funny about that. In a racially motivated attack. As the family mourned his loss, the Daily Fail bugged his family's home, cars, their phones. Imagine what his mother must be going through. So I took this from a squatty, but that is what is being alleged, and it's kind of disgusting that you used the sympathy and trying to bring awareness to the story, but then we're using that only as the door in order to spy on them, allegedly. I'm going to keep saying that until it's proven. But as it said, court proceedings began with a bid by A&L's lawyer to have certain reporting restrictions imposed. And one of the Rhoda, I'm sure, is quaking in her shoes, who's behind a lot of this. But anyway, the Duke of Sussex sat towards the back of the courtroom, occasionally taking notes in a small black notebook as legal arguments were made by A&L's barrister, Katrin Evans. And someone had put this with that. This was Harry, and it's a GIF. So it was moving of the person writing and looking down. Yeah, we can imagine what Harry was taking his notes. And we all know he likes to keep notes on people. So, so here's also a statement that was the Duke and Duchess's attorney when it was talking about privacy, and just saying that it's not them who have said they want privacy. It's something that the tabloids have said about them that's latched on. Basically, they threw some spaghetti against the wall and it stuck. And that was, oh, they want privacy. If they want privacy, tell them to be quiet. They need to be quiet. They need to be quiet. That's all we have been hearing. And of course, knowing that this was coming up, this hearing date was coming up, now it makes sense why we were hearing so much about it. Harry didn't need to say a word. Not a word. You all are getting the point. All right. So I thought this was funny, so I wanted to share it. I know I saw this and I fell out laughing. I'm like, only us on the squad would would do this, that we do hope that that does happen. And this morning when I woke up, flipped the TV on, my husband likes CNN, and I heard a familiar name, which I'm not calling here. I just heard Max, and I was like, huh? And it was like, day two of the hearing, and I'm like, what? So excuse the cricket picture, but I was half asleep when I tried to snag this, but yeah. So I'm looking forward to hearing all that occurred in the courtroom today. So let me jump into comments just real quickly, and then I'll get into trash time, and then we can just let loose. Let me see. Hello, 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 hello to everyone. Hey, Max V. Good to see you in the chat. Let's see. They haunted them for 14 years. What they did to the Lawrence family, as well as all the other victims, because think of the victims who don't have the notoriety as many of those who are named as claimants in this case. So, yeah, they've haunted a lot of people. Some have self-deleted behind these tabloids. So, just gonna move right along. Annie, in my opinion, I know that Charles and William are not out of the country for Easter because they are not on the royal docket. The unroyals are shaking in their boots because they are out of the loop. Oh, yeah. Harry's like, oh, you want to take Frogmore? No problem. That, in a way, and I did see someone tweet this out, and I was like, yeah, they are correct. It was a blessing in disguise because you'll never know when he drops in. Bravo. You guys outsmarted yourselves over there in the UK. Now deal with it. All right. Always say y'all are bad. I don't know who y'all have running this show, but you're doing a bad job. So Valerie, Harry was so dim. However, he is taking notes. Yeah. Thank you. They'll always say that he's not smart. They better think again. They better think again. Hey, Marsha, how are you? Hey, Mrs. S. I saw that you're listening. Have fun. Wedding, prep shopping and all that fun stuff. Hey, Fancy, how are you? All right. And hello to everyone. Please don't, I'm seeing names as I'm coming back over. So Harry dropped the mic on them. Ooh, he dropped the boulder. I would love to have been a fly on the wall. When that reaction, when they realized what happened, even the media, the people that happened to be there, were stunned when they saw that the car opened and Harry got out. They were stunned. So, and good enough for them. Should have played nice, should have left people alone. And the tactics that they do in the UK, we do have some laws here in the US. Okay, just saying. Marshall, as far as Frogmore goes, it was God's plan because God makes no mistake. God has it all in his plan. Yes, say that again. Amen. All right. Annie, Mrs. V.S. Harry did give his level 2 protection. Did Charles say 28 days notice? Listen, we know who's the real king. All right, now, from that, I'm just going to jump right on into. I'm going to just let that simmer with you all because I know y'all love it to death. But I do have some items that I wanted to cover, and then I'll let y'all go on back to your day. So let's get on into it. It's your favorite time. Trash time. Trash time. Trash time. So the first little item, GB News. Yeah, okay. So Prince Harry prepared to risk relationship with King Charles and Prince William in pursuit of his mission. He has said for years, stop, leave me alone. We knew this particular action was coming. There were just some other things that had to take place first. And, Meghan's case went forward and she was victorious. This one, I pray, will flatten them completely, the tabloid, and its crazy siblings and any other offshoots that may be out there and exist. Yeah, so I just thought this was hilarious when I read it. I'm like, I believe the other two mentioned already risked and damaged and destroyed the relationship with Harry. So, all right. So, when I was saying about irrelevant, so there's actual video of this and it shows the person panned on the crowd and it just says anticipation grows as Prince Harry is due to come outside the Royal Court of Justice, and it is packed. Once word spread that he was there, everybody, if you've seen coverage even from yesterday, but today when he arrived at court and the clicks of the cameras, yeah, it's craziness. Now, one of your favorite Rhoda, AL, she was busy on Twitter, sharing her crazy behind thoughts. It seems Harry's presence wasn't enough, and if he came, he could have used a side entrance and not been seen. What's he trying to prove? Is it the start of a 4-day docu-series or something she's trying to say? Number one, Harry can walk in whatever door he chooses to walk in, AL. If he had to went in a side entrance or the back entrance, we already know what the headlines would have been. Oh, he's scared, he's ashamed, he's afraid. With his full chest, Harry walked in the front door and was like, I'm here, bring it on. Bring it on. Just to forewarn you, you're probably going to hear Kuja cutting up really badly shortly. There's somebody getting ready to be at the door dropping off something, but I just wanted to give you fair warning. So, as I'm seeing things, I had to laugh because this reminds me of someone else that we know well that's always incandescent with rage. Daily Mail parent company invokes Human Rights Act to stop naming of journalists. Well, since the owner of the Daily Mail and its parent company is good friends with space, I'm not shocked that the Human Rights Act was invoked. Tell us who the bad people are. Don't try to hide them. And I pray that this judge says, no need to keep their names out of the hearing and upcoming trial. So they'll be named. They need to be named, especially if any of them are on U.S. or any other media outside of the UK. Their contracts need to be ended. You are caught up in some shady stuff. Okay. Now this is the parody account on Twitter. I have to keep saying that's the parody account, but it says, praying for my friends at the Daily Mail who are guilty of phone hacking and obtaining information illegally. And it's space in all his glory. So, and Kuja agrees. Okay. So this individual decided that he was going to be some smart behind and be like, I doubt the Daily Mail would run out of content if it didn't publish. The Daily Mail would run out of content if it didn't publish stories about Prince Harry and the Duchess of Sussex, Meghan Markle, every day. In fact, I'm generally surprised that it hasn't rebranded itself to the Daily Meghan yet. Well, this num-num, and I'm calling him a num-num, had some unfavorable tweet. I'm not even sharing it. He got called on his bull. And many should know, someone or a few in squad have very long memories and they have receipts. I think of everything. So try to come nice or cute if you want to and not be on the real and real. Yeah, okay. All right. So this is how it started and this is where it's ended type thing that was tweeted out. And yeah, they want to hide things. That just speaks volumes to me. Now, back in 2008, they rallied against the Human Rights Act. They wanted to get rid of it because they didn't want anyone that they went after to have the right to invoke that. So, like spaces shenanigans and trips through the rose gardens or the thorns of the spouse of the roses, allegedly, would be out there. Oh, Kuja. Okay. So it's funny how in one breath they say one thing and then they quickly change to another when they're involved. Yeah. Now, I didn't look at this person's profile. I just saw they were blue check and I had to laugh just by what was tweeted. Prince Harry has played us, the British press, like a fiddle. Who saw that coming? Lest we forget, taking on the paps is his life's mission. And to try to make light of it, we understand why that may be his life's mission, because you all deserve it, especially given his mother and the situation that happened in Paris that took her life. Okay. I call this Photogate because of the comment right under the picture. And it's a video, 16 seconds, but I'm not showing anybody's because I'm not trying to have no claims or strikes coming up. So Prince Harry bumps into photographer outside court. And of course they stopped the picture there, but I did see the actual video of that, and he actually said, "Oh, I'm sorry," and kept walking. But the photographer jumped in his path as he was walking. He had turned to look at something, turned back, and then somebody's right there with the camera. So of course he's going to bump into him. But I call this Photogate because I know they wanted to start headlines like, look at him bullying people and running over people. Yeah, no, that's not the case. So you can't even try it. You can try it, but the squad is ready for you if you do. This I call Tiegate. Of all the stuff to report on, someone decided to report on Prince Harry breaks the royal tradition in super skinny ties. See how they're trying? They're deflecting. They're deflecting so hard. A tie? I think someone needs to look at his wardrobe again because, yeah, I didn't know that was some type of protocol or tradition. Now, I'll leave it up to Baron, who has such... Baron, really can describe this man well. But I'm not going to talk about his hair because many have had... There's many narratives out there. Like he may need to take a little DNA test. But anyway, this is Lord Rothmeyer, the Daily Mail owner, A&L owner. Someone was given a breakdown of he lives in a mansion in Monaco. He pays taxes in France. He identifies as French. The Daily Mail is registered in Bermuda and pays no tax anywhere. And that is his patriotism. So this paper always reports on Archwell Foundation and how it's registered in Delaware. Anyone with common sense and understands how charities are set up knows that even for your company, registering in Delaware is the smartest move. So he can register this Daily Mail in Bermuda, which is another location. That folks like to register and have money and all that kind of stuff. But he's not paying taxes in the UK? You don't, sir. Oh, that's interesting. Maybe that should be checked out. Now, I'm coming to my last two items. So I saw this and had to laugh. And let me just take the banner off. Yeah, it was from some musical Munda. I didn't click on it because I was like, yeah, I've not heard of that site, but I had to laugh at their headline. Prince Harry reappears after being warned of losing his visa and getting deported back to the UK. Prince Harry showed up in the UK. And what? That's basically, and what? What you gonna do? What you gonna say? He showed up. Now, this I thought was funny. And I'm glad I saw the screenshot, but this, oh, this. Now, I know he ran his jaws on, oh, he's here and privacy and blah, blah, blah. We've already explained that that's not the gist of privacy. But we do hope that this is how he winds up. Maybe with bars in front of him. That would really be the topper. But, someone might need to check on PM and change his diaper. I'm just saying. Mm-hmm. And so that's my last little tidbits that I have for today's Talk Tuesday, and just going over how Prince Harry showed up unexpectedly, and that just took everyone out across the globe, but especially in the UK. And we love it. We love every second of it. All right. Let me go in on this. I'm just gonna catch them at hey Sistren, how are you? Hey Patricia, how are you? All right. Let me see. I saw that one. All right, so I'm not too far behind. Oh, Al, hello there from Belgium. How are you? Ooh, I tell you, Marsha. Oh, yes, it is in God's plan. We saw that one. We saw this one. Okay. I guess I'm not too far. Ooh, let's see. Al, Queen Diana would be proud of Prince Harry. Oh, yeah. She's cheering him on and giving him the strength and mental health to get through this. Because, without his love by his side, although heck, she could be here too, we wouldn't know it. Woo! Elaine, thank you as always. Thank you so very much. This is for you. Oh, hold on a second. You're making it rain, 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 rain down on me. Thank you so very much. Very sweet of you. Let me see, Mrs. S. Harry's the smartest senior royal. Some of the smartest minds on this planet never finished college. Prince Bucktooth and his beanpole are proof that a college degree don't make you smart. Oh, isn't that the truth? Isn't that the truth? Dolores is too funny. Hello, just in time for the trash. Woo, y'all are too funny with the trash time. Look at this. One busy mama. Annie, Harry has no relationship to risk. Thank you, Annie. Thank you very much. Woo! Compton, Cali. Harry don't have a dang relationship with the Royals. GB News is a joke and give unreliable information. Oh, it's to see what's out there. It's unbelievable, and it's important for the positive, supportive channels and social media accounts to really be out there, just to offhead and get around and shut some of this crap down, because it is hilarious. Hey, now, how are you, Mrs. S? Itches is pissed that she did not know beforehand so she could see him and write a whole book, and the fact that he looked at her. So true. Somebody was online. I should have taken a screenshot, but I couldn't even bear it. Was like bragging about. He looked at me and said hello. I don't even know which rotor that was, and I was just like, "Are you serious?" And Squad gave the person some smoke. They were like, "You are not Megan, so don't worry about it." I couldn't even guarantee he was really speaking to the person. If he didn't say your name, was he really speaking to you? Or was he just doing a general hello? Because he usually doesn't speak to Rhoda. All right. Exactly. Harry came with the plan. What? Now, mind you, I love that the legal counsel had discussions with their clients, explain the importance. Although their appearance truly wasn't needed at the hearing, it's important that they were there. And it showed that they were invested in this case and that it's very important. So that now it really cut the legs, chopped the tabloids off at the knees, so to speak, of getting ahead and putting out all those salacious headlines like they like to do. Because they would have said, oh, the claimants, they should have been there and all this other stuff. So, yeah. Elaine Anning, he always has a plan. Yes, he does. And why don't people understand that? This is a very smart man. Harry's a very smart man. Very smart. Mrs. S, my God, what's with the new 41 look like? What happened? He used to be cute. Did he get switched up? Ooh. Mrs. S. Gwen, Harry's bodyguards are not playing. No, they're not. Although people really wanted to know who's the guy with the blue shirt. Y'all are funny. Some of the stuff on Twitter has me laughing. Mrs. V has the truth that bodyguard was right there. Yes. Go ahead, mess with him. Say, do whatever. But yeah, I don't know. Al, these people are sick. Seriously, a tie. Thank you. That's what I was saying. I was like, what? Really? Okay. Anything they do, they just nitpick. It's nitpicking. It's silly, childish stuff. Annie, they tried to keep this case low key, but Harry showed up and it became international. Yes, Harry showed up. I'm sure if Sir Elton had been there alone, it would have hit, but yeah. They saw Harry and it was a whole nother. I'm sure all the ones that were outside, just kind of doing a general coverage so that they could say, yeah, none of the claimants were there, but they were. Sent out SOSs on their phones the minute they saw the car pull up. Mm-hmm. And he didn't have the big, huge, from my understanding, police escort, but he had protection, and that's the most important thing. Let me see. Gwen, this man has black in him. That hair don't lie. Oh, you're talking about Rothmeyer? Yeah. Let me take a sip of my punch. And in the tabloids wanted a court case, they got one. Okay. They asked for it. They wanted to be, yeah. I'm trying to think of a word that I'm not going to curse. They wanted to, be smart behind. I'll say it like that. And try to jab at Megan back in the day, but that energy they put out in the universe, Harry made a note of that. It was like, oh, okay. Mm-hmm. Amazing. We didn't hear about him. I did see pictures like, oh, he's on a flight from Florida to the UK. I paid no attention to that. Okay, sure he is. Now we know he really was on a flight, but Mrs. S, I truly believe that Lord Rottenmar is a pastor who needs to get a DNA test pronto. Child, please. There's many people who just go by their pigment and claim one, many claim. I've seen this recently, and I don't know what is going on, but it's a whole nother subject, and maybe that'll be the next Talk Tuesday. This passing white, yeah. Putting that label on Halle Berry and Slash and, of course, Megan, but we know better than that. All right, let's see. Tia, how are you? Prince Harry showed up and sent the UK over the edge. He's so powerful, isn't he? That's what a king is. Spottum, how are you? How are you? I hope you are well, Compton. Callie, Harry showed up It was all media. When Harry left, the people was out and well behaved. Their faces were pressed against the gate because they wanted to see the king. Okay. Yes, L. Very, very smart man, just like Queen Diana. Exactly. Max, no one is checking for William and Charles. Harry and Meghan are it. Boom. There you go. Drop the mic. But see, we all know that. And so, hey, Sis Hilda. We all know that. They know it too, the media tabloids, but they don't want to. Now, I hate to wonder what the tabloids are going to have to do to make up for them not briefing them that he was coming. Yeah, I know without a shadow of a doubt there's going to be some crazy story coming or whatever involving Harry and Meghan. But, as they look through their papers and their files, they're going to come up empty because, first of all, there was nothing to find on Meghan. And number two, Harry has told all of his biz. When he didn't show it off in Vegas, he's told us all his biz. Okay, so there's nothing to really look and find on them. So yeah, they can try it if they want. Let me see. Valerie, Emily Clown Andrews complained he's showing up. Charles. First of all, what is King C3 doing anyway? Since he didn't go to France, they were. He was scared more than eggs were going to be thrown at him over there. I guess rightly so. But, he's hanging out at one of the country estates, I'm sure. It said something about like he's not even in Windsor. Okay. Harry's not pressed. He didn't come for them. If it was really like that, they would have known. Like we've seen before, and then we've seen all these crazy headlines, and then, the tabloids putting out calls for people who were on flights to let them know, and did you get pictures and all this other stuff. It's cray-cray. Mrs. F, the Trostloids did not have time to pay a booer to show up. I didn't even think of that. And they didn't want that. But they really didn't want that. Especially given what the case is about. Oh my gosh, I didn't even think of that. That is hilarious. Hey, H9, how are you? It doesn't take much to show up. Charles just exists. So true. So true. And pretty sad that, they go with that whole narrative. Oh, he's showing up. Whatever. They're not out and about, We know space and cosplay are always on vacation. Maybe not together, but they're always on vacation. They have 4 or 5 different homes. Pick one, they're probably there. And, you go on from there. So, hello, Mama Bob, how are you? Hello, Sharon, how are you? All right, so that's all the stuff that I wanted to cover. Just kind of give a little history on the case. That this is just a hearing prelim, so because the tabloids want to keep their names, keep the journalists' names out of the papers, so that they don't, I guess, look bad. But we're going to know them eventually. Okay. Hopefully that the judge will call it in the favor of the claimants and not hide these people any longer. So, L. Francis, where Queen Diana was killed. Choke is a heartless man. Want to take that old evil woman there. Yeah, his side piece. That's what some do. Probably would have went through the same tunnel. And I'm gonna go on and read more comments. Mrs. S. No one is checking for the count except to boo him. Leslie, oh no, I'll have to catch it on replay. Oh, well, I appreciate it and thank you for the replay. Hopefully everybody has hit thumbs up. If you can share it out, if you were able to, if you have not already, thank you in advance. Let me see. Harry is kicking butts and taking names. Yeah. With him taking notes, they all better behave. Marjorie Laper will listen. Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. Church Nelly, world media leaked the names. Oh, well, yeah. That's what happens. See, try that, and they flipped it. You know, when people are suing them, they try to get all their stuff out there to embarrass them and take them down. But yet, and it's embarrassment for them, then oh no, we can't have that. So, hey, Cookies and Cream channel member and my manager, yeah. So I'm getting ready to close out, but it's good to see you. Let me see. Mrs. S. Broomstick need a vacation after each engagement just to take a breath. Poor child. Look ill half the time, child. She's got to find the brain cells she lost trying to figure out what to say. All right. My bad. That was bad. That was bad. Hey, Nash, how are you? On that note, I am shutting it down because I'm going to start getting real crunked, and I don't want to do that. So I'm going to play my outro. Please take care of yourselves. Thank you for coming. Thank you for coming and hanging out with me. I hope you enjoyed. Please wear your mask. Love you all. Bye.